Week 3! So my last video, when I talked about how I was going to take week 2 as a learning experience and do better this time, I actually did worse. You would think that as you do something, and as you do something more consistently, or just consistently, I suppose, it would perhaps get easier. That has not been my experience with this week. There was 2 days where I did not get a gallon of water down, which is extremely frustrating. And there were 5 days in a row that I did not add any stickers to my jug. So the whole system that I had put in place to help me be successful was unraveling by my own volition, my own lack of follow through. I mean, that in itself is a learning experience. I know not inherently, that's not a good word. I know fundamentally what it takes to build a new habit. And I also know fundamentally that people often are the ones that sabotage their own efforts. I also know fundamentally and empirically that that is something that I do myself. This experience has been illuminating, and I didn't exactly expect it to be. I thought it was going to be kind of a fun way to help me hold myself accountable in an area that I had been struggling for a period of time. It did not occur to me that this was actually going to start unraveling some of my personal flaws, bringing up things that I thought I had already addressed, and now realizing, no, this may be something that I am struggling with forever. I also was not expecting this recap to be this kind of heavy-handed today. It's gotten a little deep. What I thought was going to be a simple project of holding myself accountable, drinking a gallon of water, keeping track of it, and then recording a video about it was just a matter of people are expecting me to do it, so therefore I need to do it. If it's just me, clearly, if it's just my expectation, I don't hold that as high of regard. What can I do differently next week to be more successful? That is a very excellent question, because I don't really know what I can change personally that isn't just personal willpower. I can start drinking earlier. Well, I have to actually start drinking earlier. I have to be more mindful. Well, I have to actually be mindful. Where the last 2 videos have been relatively lighthearted regarding this experience, this whole week has just been difficult. And I recognize that the struggles that I'm facing getting a gallon of water down are the same kind of struggles that I'm facing in other areas of my life, in my professional life, in my personal life. There are things I am trying to accomplish, and part of the barrier that I face in accomplishing those things is just a matter of my personal effort. And part of what makes that effort difficult is that I don't know that that's all I need in order to accomplish that goal. It's kind of a obscure metaphor, because we're talking about drinking a gallon of water, and I know that if I just drank a gallon of water, I would accomplish my goal of drinking a gallon of water. But in the grand scheme of things, it's bigger than that. The flaws that you have are going to come out in certain behaviors, and I'm experiencing that right now. This is a simple objective. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. And that is one of my flaws. There is a simple thing I want to accomplish, and I seem to get very caught up in all the what if this, what if that. It doesn't matter what if those things, just do it. Deal with the obstacle when you encounter it. Don't stress about something that you haven't even gotten to as a problem. What if there is no problem? What if then? Then you have spent all this time just hemming and hawing and not accomplishing something. Long story short, you should hydrate.